Hi everybody, I just wanted to make a quick video here today just to talk about inhumane euthanasia here in Ireland. Now, anyone that knows my story know I have been fighting against heart-stick euthanasia in conscious animals here in Ireland. It happened to my own beautiful German Shepherd Lexi at CVC Vets in Limerick in Ireland. And I just feel, just in light of everything that's happened in Kildare, in the abattoir, I just wanted to make this video and I just want to highlight a few things. What I want to highlight is the inhumane euthanasia of animals in Ireland. We want to go back to 2014. We all know about the greyhound industry here and how corrupt and horrific it's been. And we've had thousands of greyhounds being euthanised in Clare Pound by heart-stick, fully conscious, dying horrific barbaric deaths. Now we go forward on to 2023 where our own beautiful German Shepherd Lexi was euthanised again by heart-stick, fully conscious, at CVC Vets in Durday, Limerick. And we're still fighting for justice for Lexi. But now we're in the year 2024, we're in the month of June, and we have just the horrific exposure by Primetime Investigates of the abattoir in Kildare and how these animals were being euthanised, which was absolutely horrific. So just a few facts I just want to run by people. Is that you can go on to a very good site that you can go look up yourself, is Animal Aid, and I suggest go look it up. You can also look up Irish Horse Death Watch, which is a very good site as well, and it will tell you all the horses that have been killed in the racehorse industry. It will tell you their age, the date that they were killed, what race and their injury. A very good site and I'd highly recommend it to people. There's been 306 horses killed since February 2021 in Ireland in the horse racing industry. 100 horses in the last 12 months. Now, a few other things I suppose that I want to talk about as well. I suppose playing on from the documentary there by Primetime Investigates, exposing the horrific abuse of horses at this abattoir in Kildare. You can also go check out The Dark Side of Horse Racing by BBC's Panorama documentary. They've done it as well about a lot of Irish horses that are going over to the abattoirs in England, and they expose a lot of the corruption there as well. Just something else I want to talk about. I suppose the money involved in this. Horse Racing Ireland, first of all, they want funding increased to 98 million by 2024. They received 72.8 million in 2023. The industry itself is worth 2.5 billion. So that's just giving you an idea of, I suppose, the money that's involved in this, and I suppose the corruption, the level of corruption. Just something else to bear as well, that there was 2,000 horses slaughtered in Kildare last year. 342 of those horses were 4 years of age or younger, and 2/3 of them were bred from the horse racing industry. And these are very important facts that people need to know. Now, I'm making this video today just to talk about euthanasia in Ireland and inhumane euthanasia. And I just want to read this out. This was in the Irish Independent here recently in the last few days, and this was by Simon Coveney. And he says, first, while the filming of the cruelty and fraud we saw last night was in a holding building rather than in the actual abattoir nearby, I find it hard to believe that the Department of Agriculture's vets raised no suspicions of maltreatment of horses given their regular presence at the slaughter facility close by. This is, after all, the only operating horse abattoir in the country, so surely experienced vets would have seen horses in the kind of conditions we saw yesterday coming into the abattoir and would have raised questions. So what I'm calling on the VCI, the Veterinary Council of Ireland, to make a public statement to the public and to answer why horses in the year 2024 were being euthanised inhumanely at the abattoir in Kildare. Now, we do know there was vets there. We do know they were present at the abattoir. They were supposed to be doing inspections. Now, if anyone who's watched the video is very graphic and it's a very hard video to watch. But there are just horrific scenes of animal cruelty there. We have horses that were being beaten by hoses. We have horses that were being punched in the face. Horses that were falling down. Horses that were clearly injured and were receiving no medical treatment. They were just left to suffer. We also saw a horse that was kicked around like a football and then shot in the head and was left just convulsing on the floor until it died. I mean, this is horrific, absolutely horrific animal cruelty and horrific standards of animal euthanasia in Ireland. We also saw where the horses were brought into a holding area and one particular horse fell down and its leg got caught. This is horrific. You can only imagine the pain that these animals were in and the distress that these animals were in. And also, I'm just going to hit more now again on the VCI, the Veterinary Council of Ireland, just a few more things that I want to talk about. Now, I've already, if you saw previous of my videos, you can check out my videos on Marion O'Riordan YouTube. I have spoke a lot about the VCI, our dealings with the VCI. So I'm just showing you again this book. I have shown this book before in previous videos. And it is the Code of Professional Conduct for Veterinary Practitioners. You can ask for a copy of this off the VCI, just write to them and request it. Now I just want to go, you can go in actually to page 25 and it will come on to euthanasia. And what they say here is euthanasia is the act of purposefully inducing the death of an animal using humane methods that eliminate or minimise pain and distress. Its primary purpose is to relieve suffering. Now if that is the case, okay, now I've often said this before about this book. This book would be great if they enforce the rules, but they don't. So this book is not worth the paper it's written on. Because as I'll go back and repeat myself, we've had thousands of greyhounds euthanised by heartstick, fully conscious in Clare Pounds, dying horrific deaths, okay? Where was the rules here for euthanasia? They weren't followed, and they were done by a vet as well, by the way. So this would fall under the VCI, the Veterinary Council of Ireland, but obviously they've nothing to say about this. We've had our own beautiful German Shepherd, Lexi. I put in an official complaint in 2023 into Lexi's euthanasia, and the vet that euthanised Lexi in the most horrific, barbaric method and form was left walk free. And that's basically what you're dealing with. And then we have 2024, the abattoir in Kildare. We have the same thing. We have animals being euthanised just horrifically and barbarically, and there is vets present there. They're supposed to be inspecting. They are at the abattoir. And what have the VCI to say about this? But I just want to go on to page 26 then, and you've got the animal slaughter and humane culling. That's another section in the book, page 26. And they do say animals are handled, okay, held, cared for and slaughtered in a manner which is humane and avoids unnecessary or unreasonable pain and distress. Now, what I would have to say to that, anyone again who's watched that horrific video of the abattoir in Kildare, we can all see that they were handled horrifically. They were tortured, they were abused, they were humiliated. It was absolute horrific and what I would call sadistic animal abuse by these people. So handled and then held. We all know where they were held. They were held in that facility before they went into the abattoir. And that's where a lot of the animal cruelty took place. Horrific animal cruelty. And also we know that horses were held as well in very distressing conditions and injured and didn't seem to be receiving any veterinary care. Now it also says, cared for, well there was no care obviously in the, I would call it a deck camp in Kildare. Now they also say slaughtered in a manner which is humane to avoid unnecessary or unreasonable pain and distress. Well, we all know that wasn't happening either. You know, we saw the horrific scenes of, you know, a poor horse falling down and being picked up by a pitchfork. We also saw the horrific scenes of a horse being kicked around like a football and then being shot in the head and left just convulsed on the floor until it passed away. This is not humane euthanasia, and the VCI should absolutely be ashamed of themselves. Ashamed that this is going on in Ireland in the year 2024. They've made no public statement, and it just goes back to our case as well. We've been fighting for Lexi for the last year, since 2023, and just to see, like, not only did they let the vet walk, okay, but just to see that this is still going on, and only for prime time doing that documentary, none of us would know about this, but we do know now that animals up and down the country in this island of Ireland are being euthanised inhumanely. And I just want to say as well that we have been contacted by animal rescue groups, and they have said that they've called out vets when they have gone to the rescue of some wildlife animals, and these wildlife animals were euthanised by heartstick as well, fully conscious and died horrific deaths. So we have a serious problem in Ireland with inhumane euthanasia. It needs to be highlighted, and I do believe that the Veterinary Council of Ireland need to make a public statement. This does fall on their door, okay? and they need to answer to what's going on. You know, as I keep saying, here we go, you know, they print out this book and they're saying, you know, oh, euthanasia, and I'm doing it with air quotes, is humane. It's not humane. You know, the proof is out there. It's horrific, and, you know, this needs to be stopped. You know, it just really needs to be stopped. And a lot of questions need to be answered. So what am I asking people to do? If you're an animal lover, if you're disgusted by what you saw in that video, you need to take action. You need to send emails to the VCI and ask them for accountability, because, as I said, they've been very silent on this matter. Email your TDs. Also, as well, you can... Sorry, now I'm just looking for names here. You can email the IHRB, which is the Irish Horse Racing Regulatory Board. Email your HRI, Horse Racing Ireland. Get behind anyone that's standing up for the horses. I know there's the charity... is it My Lovely Irish Horse Rescue? I hope I've got that right now, and if I haven't, apologies. But they've been protesting outside the plant, is it Shannon Foods in Kildare? So just get behind them. If you can make the protests, please do. But just support them in any way that you can, because this has to be stopped. You know, we can't just continue on with this in Ireland. It's just mass corruption at this stage, from the top down. It's all controlled by money at the end of the day. It's all controlled by greed. You know, there's a lot of people that are involved in the racing industry. They know what's going on with these horses, you know, and they'll pretend they don't, but they do. I think the level of animal cruelty now and corruption in this country is out of control. I think this is after opening up a can of worms, and I hope something good can come out with this. Particular the euthanasia in Ireland of animals. It needs to be humane. We need it regulated. We need it accountability. We need laws enforced that every animal in this country, I don't care what animal it is, dog, horse, sheep, cow, they must be euthanised humanely. And that is down to the VCI, the Veterinary Council of Ireland, because a lot of this is done by vets. Now, I just really find it shocking that they've made no public statement on this, and I think they do. What else can I say to people? I really do believe it's up to the people if you want to see change. As we know, like, this has gone on in Ireland for ages, and the TDs aren't doing anything about it, and all these government regulatory bodies, they're not doing anything about it. I think it's down to the people. It's up to the people now to make the noise if you want change. Because if you don't do so, this is just going to continue up and down the country. Inhumane euthanasia of our beautiful animals. And I think when any animal comes to the end of their life, you know, they're very vulnerable and they deserve a peaceful, pain-free, humane passing. And I mean, that shouldn't be too much to ask in the year 2024. I'm absolutely, lads, just disgusted at the way the euthanasia is in this country. And only for experiencing it myself with my own beautiful German Shepherd, Lexi, I would have never known about this. But I do know about it now. And what I saw on that night in 2023, April the 18th, I can never unsee. And it'll haunt me for the rest of my life. And as long as I have breath in my body, I'm going to speak out for these animals, because it's horrific and it is inhumane. I don't want to go too much on in the video. So, as I said, please get behind all the people that are standing up for these animals, you know, on their Facebook pages, like and share. I just want to go on about the video here. Now, I'm heavily censored because anytime I speak out, the very minute I actually put a video up even, it'll be reported as people find it offensive. And that's just a way of trying to silence me, silence my videos. So it's very important that you like the videos and share them, just for the algorithm, so that they can get out there. And you know, comment on them even, it's just to get the views. And like, it's nothing about me, trust me. I'm making zero money out of this. This has nothing to do with money for me. This is about animal rights. This is about inhumane euthanasia of animals in this country. This is about Lexi as well, and the love that I have for Lexi, and I have to keep fighting for this cause. So please like the videos, share them. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Marion O'Riordan, YouTube, and like, let's just, us the people, get behind the animals, because the animals don't have a voice. We are their voice, and if we don't speak out, there is no hope for these animals, and we're letting very sadistic people away with horrendous animal cruelty, and we're letting, I suppose, systematic corruption in this country just run a riot. You know, I think, you know, how much more cruelty do people want to see? And I'm sure, there's just another thing I want to say as well, like, this has been exposed in the Kildare abattoir, the horrific animal cruelty, but I firmly believe that all the other abattoirs up and down this country do need to be investigated, because we don't know what's going on behind their doors. I think it's time. Everything needs to be investigated now and regulated. And as I said, it has opened up a can of worms, but we're hoping that something good can come out of this, and that euthanasia in Ireland, as I said, it needs to be regulated. It's not regulated here. There needs to be laws. There needs to be accountability, that anyone that euthanises an animal inhumanely, be it a vet or whoever, and it should be vets that are doing it, people that are qualified, trained and qualified, that they have to be made accountable if it's not done properly. You know, as I said, the year 2024, VCI, where are you? Where is the public statements to the people? You have a lot to answer for, and you just don't seem to be answering. But as I said, I'm going to keep speaking out about the inhumane euthanasia in Ireland until it's changed. And sadly, I believe this won't be the last incident. I believe there is plenty more cruelty going on up and down the country. As I said already, we have people that came to us to say about the wildlife rescue centres when they'd call out a vet that they were being euthanised by heartstick, fully conscious. So I've had other people coming to me saying it happened to their animals as well. So this needs to be stopped. Euthanasia of animals in Ireland, it has to be regulated. It's in the control now of the VCI. As I said, we need laws, we need accountability. It just has to stop, okay? So that's it for today. As I said, please like this video, share it, get the word out. I'm just trying to think, support all the people that are standing up for these horses. You know, if you can go to the protests, please go to the protests. Like their videos, share their videos. As I said, you can email your TDs, not that I think that'll do a whole lot, but put the pressure on. Email the VCI and email all these regulatory boards, as I said, the IHRB and the HRI. And you know, we need change now. We just need change, okay, for the sake of all our beautiful animals up and down the country. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.